This is how I make a gesso because I got to the point that I was never completely satisfied with the shop bought gesso because I was always having to adjust the consistency. So one day I came across someone that mentioned that they made their own, so I thought I'll give it a try. And now I only use homemade gesso, which is 1/3 paint. I just go for house paint because it's cheap acrylic paint, and then 1/3 PVA glue, and then about 1/3 water. As you can see, the PVA glue I'm using is really quite old, so it's very thick. If you were using a thinner PVA, I would add less water, but it really depends on the consistency that you prefer. So I prefer a thicker gesso, so that's why I'm quite happy with the consistency once I get to the point of adding talcum powder. And just crack the lid occasionally when you're shaking it because it does build up quite a lot of pressure. So as you can see, I had an accident with mine. Um, and the talcum powder really helps to fill in a lot of the smaller gaps. So even brush strokes and things like that, little bits of imperfections as well in whatever the surface you're covering. And so that's why I'm adding quite a bit of talcum powder. And once I'd actually finished recording this video, I added a little bit more, and so I probably end up running roughly a quarter of each. But yeah, like I said, it really depends on the consistency that you're looking to achieve. And once you've mixed it, if you leave enough room in the jar, which is why I haven't completely filled the jar, it's easy to make fine adjustments to, if you want it thicker, you can add more paint or more glue or more talcum powder, or if it's too thick, you can just add more water. So just really play around and experiment. And I've gone through several jars of this now, and I prefer quite a bit of talcum powder and quite a bit of PVA glue, and it really helps to get it really nice and sticky, but also silky at the same time. So just play around and experiment, and that's why I took quite a bit of time putting this layer of gesso on, just so I could see how much I wanted to adjust the consistency. And I ended up using that entire jar that day because I had multiple wooden rounds that I needed to prepare. So you can go through quite a lot in quite a short period of time, especially doing multiple layers. Anyway, I hope this helps and have an awesome day.